Welcome back to Fit for Life. It's been a great summer. This is show 101, and I'm calling it Be Mindful. We're going to talk about stress management. That's one of the 6 basic fitness components. So, as you know, it's part of your health, and if you're stressed out, it's going to affect your body. So we're going to do some calming down, as I said, some stress management today with yoga. We're going to do some seated yoga. We're going to do some standing yoga, and we're going to do it with the breath every now and then, not for every single movement, because I'm sure most of you are not doing yoga every single day. Maybe some of you are. That would be great. Anyway, I'm calling the show Be Mindful, and I want you to know the brain benefits from yoga. So does all of the rest of the body too. So your brain does benefit from any kind of exercise. It improves blood flow to the brain, such as walking, pickleball. We like to walk, we like to dance, just jogging in place. You're getting blood up to the brain to help you to be more mindful, to be able to focus better, to be able to relax a little bit. The brain benefits from this kind of exercise especially. And massage also. I don't know how many of you have had a massage in your lifetime. Maybe some of you are regulars, but massage also can make you more alert and also relax you. Now we're going to start with Namaste, which is kind of a greeting, a salutation. It has a lot of subtle meanings, but for us it's going to be hello and welcome to yoga. And again, the word is Namaste, and we're going to start with seated yoga today, but I want to talk just a little bit about the breath. The yoga breath is what calms the mind, focuses the mind, and it's just all around good for you, for your mind and your body. So we're going to breathe up through the nose together, about 4 or 5 seconds. Hold that breath for 2 seconds, and then exhale. When you exhale, just let your head drop down naturally. Try to make the exhalation a little bit longer than the inhalation. Let's try it again together. Again, you're breathing up through the nose, and you should expand the abdomen a little bit. All right? That's kind of hard to do because natural breathing is kind of reverse of what we're doing right now. So when you're breathing up, you're filling the abdomen like a balloon with air. When you exhale through your mouth, you can just firm or tighten that area a little bit. I think it would be great to maybe reduce that area if we do it enough. So let's take another breath together. My eyes just close naturally when I do this breath. So let's do it together. Breathing up through the nose, expanding that abdomen, holding for 2 seconds, and then exhaling through your mouth. As you exhale, just let that head drop right down. You'll get a nice stretch in the back of your neck also, and it just kind of prepares the body to relax. Yoga is also good to lower blood pressure if you do it enough. As I said, it just makes you think more clearly, not be as scattered, keeping you focused on what you're doing. It has many, many benefits. So let's start today with something called connecting heaven and earth. This can also be done standing. So let's come to the front of the chair if you can. And don't worry about right and left. Just lift one arm up with a flat palm to the ceiling. Take the other arm outside of the arm of the chair, if you have that kind of a chair, and just with a flat palm push down. So you're reaching up and pushing down at the same time, and taking a breath while you're doing that too. So let's start again. You're going to breathe up through your nose and exhale through your mouth, and we'll come back to this position. Let's try it again with the other arm first, breathing up through the nose and reaching down. Good. Pushing that floor down, reaching up, reaching for the sky, connecting heaven and earth. Breathing up through the nose as we alternate and pushing down. Good. Again, bring those hands together. Let's try it again. Breathing up through the nose as you reach and push down, holding heaven up with your hand. Let's try it again. Breathing up through the nose, alternating and pushing down. Great. just gives you an all-around good stretch. Let's drop the chin down just for a minute to relax your neck. Stretch it out a little bit. As you come up, breathe up through the nose. Hold that breath for a couple of seconds and then exhale through your mouth. If you happen to keep your mouth closed, don't worry about it. Nothing's going to happen. There's more than one way to do the yoga breath. We will do what I believe is the simplest one. So let's start. Let's do the sun salute. This is usually done standing, but we're gonna modify it a little bit and do it in the chair. It's much simpler this way too. So you're gonna breathe up, bring those arms up, and exhale as you let them come down right next to your legs. Just drop them down. Keep your head up if you get dizzy from doing this. Let's try it again. Breathe up through the nose. And when you exhale, it's going to feel so good. You're going to be more relaxed. You're stretching your body out. Each time you do it, it makes it even better. So we'll breathe up again. This can be done standing also. And breathing out, out, out. Good. Coming forward, keeping the head up if you have to. And let's do one more together. Breathing up through the nose, bringing those arms up. And exhale forward. Wonderful. Can you grab your ankles while you're down there? You can put your hands on the front or on the front and the back. Try to keep your back as flat as possible. Instead of rounding over, try to keep that back flat. Good. Then we'll come back up. Good. Now, the next thing we're going to do is stretch the spine out. Although that was a good exercise for stretching the spine too. We're going to do what I call the 4 spinals. The first one we just did is called Spinal Flexion, bringing 2 points closer together. So let's do one more of those. Breathing up and exhale, flexing the spine, separating those vertebrae. And then we'll just come up slowly, nice and easy. So the next way that the spine can move is to extend it. All that means is to just bring those arms up. Let's grab a wrist here and pull up. Don't worry about your yoga breathing. Just don't hold your breath when you're exercising, especially when you're stretching. And let's grab the other wrist and pull up. Good. Spinal extension. Nice and tall, flattening out that back. Let's bring those arms together again. Let's breathe up through the nose. And exhale just to relax for a few seconds. Let your chin drop down. Good. Now the spine can also rotate. So I'm going to sit back a little bit. So how can we do that? There are simple ways to do it. Just turning to one side, and then the other side. Good. So let's do it the simple way. We'll come right back to center. We're going to breathe up through the nose. And when you exhale, let's turn. If you want, you can take that hand in the front, hold on to the opposite arm, pull yourself around, and this is what you would do on the exhale. Good. So we'll come back, bring those arms up again. You're going to breathe up and exhale and turn, grab the arm of the chair and just pull yourself around for a good stretch. Let's come back. This time, let's try it by crossing the arm over. Good. You can leave one arm up. Let's take a breath together. And when you exhale, just turn a little bit. Good. You're still holding onto the chair. Good. And then we'll come back. Let's switch arms. Lift this arm up. Take another breath. Up and out. And just turning across. There you go. And then we'll come back slowly. Now the spine can do one more movement. You can do more subtle movements, but the 4 main movements are the ones that we're doing now. We're going to do a bending movement. The spine can bend. So let's take this hand, I'm your mirror, cross it over, and reach way up with the other arm. Let's bring it down. Let's take a breath this time when we go up. And exhale as you bend, slowly reaching, always reaching. Remember, this is not a stretch. You want to reach for the sky. And you're going to feel a wonderful stretch all the way down your side. I love this one. So that's why we're taking so long to do it. Let's cross over this arm. Hold on to the arm of the chair. Let's breathe up as we bring the arm up. And exhale as you bend and reach. Keep bending. Reach for the sky again. Doesn't that feel good? I really like this one. I hope you do too. Good. Let's do one more set. This hand across. This arm up with the breath. And make that exhalation longer, maybe 5-6 seconds. Good. You really can't do too many of these, I don't think. And this hopefully will make us taller. I suppose you'd have to do a lot of them though, right? Yeah. Breath up through the nose, reaching, and over. It's very easy to do this as we reach. So I'd like you to try to remember to reach right up. Good. Beautiful. Wonderful. All right. Let's relax again. Just drop that chin right down. Oh, I can feel my neck was tight. How about you? We'll come back up. You're going to look up at the ceiling. Don't drop the head on your back. Don't try to do that. Just looking up at the ceiling, and then we'll look straight ahead, and we'll turn the head. Good. Just doing these relaxes me. When I hear the word yoga, I relax. It's a Sanskrit word. Yoga's been done for thousands of years. There must be something good about it, right? And then we'll come back. Let's do an ear drop. And then to the other side. Now we are going to become cats. So we can come forward in the chair a little bit. Most of us, kind of relax like this, but I want you to pull yourself up nice and straight. I've got my hands on my knees, but kind of pulling or pushing against, I'll say pull, against the knees, shoulders down, and this is where you should be. This is really good posture right here. So we're going to just pull up, and then we're going to do the opposite. We're going to have some poor posture here. This is also spinal flexion. You're going to drop the head, lift the shoulders, round the back, and just pull that abdomen in a little bit. It's a wonderful exercise for lots of different areas. So you're going to breathe up this time as you come up. Remember, shoulders down, pull that chin in nice and tall. Let's look up the ceiling or the sky or the studio and relax. Good. Let's try another, breathing up through the nose first as we pull or push, looking up at the ceiling. Good. So the back is nice and flat. Your posture is good here. But we're going to do the opposite because we're flexing the spine. So after breathing up, you'll be breathing out, dropping the head down, lifting the shoulders, rounding the back. Good. And pull that abdomen in and come back up. Good. Wonderful. Let's try this. Just another little stretch. This isn't yoga in particular, but put the hands up here and circle those elbows to loosen your upper body, your shoulders. Good. How does that feel? Should feel pretty good. Opposite direction. Normally we would do what? 8 to 10 of these. Sometimes I don't count. Nice, easy circles. Good. All right, now arms out straight, palms together. Now just turn and put the tops of your hands together. This is another way to move those shoulders around a little bit. Palms together. Might be uncomfortable. You're not used to doing it. And then turn this way. Great. Circle your hands. These are just to keep you nice and stretched out and loose. And then the other direction. Nice stretch for the wrist, for the fingers. Good. So let's do the cat one more time. Hands on your knees. Pull yourself up, but the shoulders want to come up too, so pull them down. Good. All right. Breathe up. Look up at the sky. Now we'll do the opposite one more time. Drop the chin, lift the shoulders, round your back, pull the abdomen in, and then just do the opposite. Shoulders down, bring your head up. Good. Good posture, good position for the head, pulling that chin in and then relaxing it. Posture is really, really important, and poor posture is really, really not good for us. But we'll keep that in mind. We're going to do something called the pigeon. The pigeon. You're going to bring your leg up. If you cannot do this, you can cross at the ankle. But we're just going to stretch that hip out a little bit too. This is normally done on the floor. This part looks something like this, but this leg would be straight back. So it's a little bit ambitious, but it really does feel good when you do it. So you're going to just practice very gently pushing down. If this hurts, don't do it. Try to maintain your posture if you can. Good. Wonderful. So this is called the pigeon. I'm going to take this hand and reach underneath the leg that's across. Pull myself up nice and tall. So this is great for posture too. And again, it loosens up that hip a little bit, stretches your hip out. So let's take one breath here, breathing up through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Good. Now we'll do the other side. We're just going to do one of these because we've got to do a little bit of standing yoga today too. I did promise you that. Good. All right. Again, very gently push down. See how that feels. One side will be tighter or looser than the other. This is my tighter side. The hip doesn't want to open as much. Reaching down, pulling yourself up nice and tall. And we'll just take a yoga breath here. Again, breathing up. And as you exhale, let that chin come down. Good. And then we'll come back up slowly. Let's do one more for the upper body. You ready? This is called the eagle. Elbow over elbow. You can see where this would stretch out your shoulders and your upper back. Let's switch to the other side. So we're just practicing a little bit now, right? And then over again. Good. And then the other side. Now, see if you can bring your hands back together. Maybe you could touch the thumb on one hand to the index finger on the other. Whatever you can do. If you can't do it, that's okay. You're still doing something. You're still moving. One more time. Yes. All right. Beautiful. Now, do you all have water with you today? You should have it anytime you exercise. Have some before. You can stop and have some during and after also. And water can make you a little more alert if you drink enough of it. Did you know that? All right. Now, I am going to stand up, and you are too. But we don't want this or this. We want to just stand up. See if you can do it. You know, maybe you haven't done it over the summer, right? Let's sit back down again. Try this one more time. Now, if it's really difficult for you to stand, you may push in like this, push into your thighs and stand up. And eventually, maybe you'll build enough strength so that you will be able to get up without holding on. So, all right, we're going to do one more of connecting heaven and earth. I want you to feel what it feels like to do it standing. So that would be one arm up, palm is as flat as you can get it. You're not used to doing that. Push down, flat. So you're reaching up, you're pulling your lower body away from your upper body and vice versa. Good. And then we'll come back. Good. This time we'll take a breath as we go up. Up. This will definitely make you taller. And then you'll exhale as you come down. Wonderful. All right, now I always do the warrior pose to start because it's so typical of yoga. If you've seen an ad for yoga in a magazine or a yoga magazine, you'll see this kind of thing, right? So we're going to do it too. So let's keep the feet apart as much as possible. This is too close. It has to be a good wide second position, a good wide ballet second position. If you are worried about falling or just losing your balance or not looking graceful, stand behind your chair. You can always grab that chair in front of you. You can do all of this work behind the chair. So, are you comfortable here? Good. So we're just going to turn and look at this hand. Get that chin pulled in. We're going to bend the knee. Make sure you can still see your toe a little bit, just the front of the toe. Pull that chin in again and just stay there. Let's take a breath in and exhale out. How does that feel? All right, let's come back. Bring the arms down. And you'll notice when you bring your arms out like this or away from your body, it is tiring if you're not used to it. So just do the best you can. Good. Arms out again. Good second position. Turn that head. Make sure your posture is good. Your shoulders are down. The knee is bent. So you're strengthening your quadriceps. Good. Right, stay here now. And we're going to bring that back arm down and let it just rest. Bring the front arm up and back. You might want to hold on for this one. I find this comfortable, and again, we're getting a wonderful stretch all the way down. And then we'll come back up again. Good. Now we're going to do the other side. So I'm going to turn and look to my left, and that would be your right, wouldn't it? We're going to bend that knee. I'm going to do a wider stance here. And let's breathe up as we bring the arm up. And then bring it down. And then bring it back up again and let the back arm just relax. And that's going to feel good. So let's take another breath in. You can bring the arm up on this one. Bring the arm down. And then just come back and relax. Just march in place to loosen up a little bit or do a little kicking. Good. Feels good to me. I'm waking up a little bit. But this should be relaxing. It should be done slowly. Use the yoga breath as much as possible until you really get used to it. So yoga is important. It's not silly. It's not a religion. It's a discipline. It's a science. And it helps all parts of the body, the muscular system, the respiratory system, the cardiovascular system. It's a wonderful thing. All right, we're going to do the triangle. I like this one, and I think it's easy. Especially if you're just starting. Arms out to the side again. Just cross over. See if you can touch your knee, maybe your thigh. I know we're not doing the breath right now, are we? But we're not holding our breath. So let's breathe up and cross over as you exhale. Good. Feel a stretch in that opposite leg. Let's breathe up as we come up. And breathe out as you cross. How does that feel? And then we'll come back up. There are different variations. This is basic. And cross over and touch. So this is for strength. It's for flexibility. It can be meditative. You know that. Yoga can be meditative. And I usually end with a small meditation when we finish. So let's breathe up again. And exhale as you cross over and touch the knee. Good. And we'll come back up. So that is the yoga triangle. Let's be graceful. Wonderful. Let's try the yoga tree quickly. Your feet will now be in ballet first position. So your toes are turned out a little bit. Your heels do not have to touch. They can be 2 or 3 inches apart. You're going to lift the heel on one leg. So you still have both feet on the floor. Pull it in a little closer. Again, stand behind the chair if you're worried about your balance. And just lift your foot up and put it down. And lift it up and put it down. As you practice this, you'll be able to keep that leg up a little bit longer and a little bit higher. But we're not at that point yet, right? So we're just kind of doing the beginning stuff. Let's do a little knee bend. or a little plie. Let's lift the heel on the other side, pull that foot in a little bit, nice and tall, shoulders down. Make sure that your weight is mostly on the front part of your foot, if not all of it, so that you could lift your heel. And then pull in a little closer and see if you can balance there. So say even 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. The more you practice, the longer you will be able to. Oh, there I go again. I must be the laughing stock of exercise shows because I can never balance. I can do it at home when you're not looking at me, but thanks for understanding. I appreciate that. We are going to end with the child's pose. So we are going to need the chair again. Well, we can't do the typical child's pose because that's done on the floor, but we're going to do a little bit of it just by holding on to the chair. So you're going to walk back. We've done this before, haven't we? You're going to flatten that back right out. Good. Keep your head up if you have to, yes. And then we're going to walk back up again. We're going to do a little bit of a back bend. Just bring that arm up and back. And on the floor, when you're on the floor and you're in this table back position, your arms go down by your sides. Or you can do it another way by just putting your arms out straight. And I find that does amazing things for back problems. Always check with your doctor before you start anything new, all right? So for the next minute and a half or so, we're going to do our little meditation, because I usually finish yoga class with a meditation. So have a seat, get comfortable. Maybe you should turn the lights down a little bit. Have some water, life-giving water. Close your eyes if you can hear me. So let's breathe up through the nose and holding and then exhaling. Good. And bring your head back up again. Great. We always end our yoga sessions with meditation. So let me just get you into that, and then hopefully by the end of the show, you will have done maybe a few minutes on yourself. And here we go. So let's take one breath together, breathing up. Good. Holding, and then make that exhalation as long as you can. 6 seconds would be good if that's possible. Your chin is coming down. You can close your eyes, and I'm going to let you do this on your own. So for the next few minutes, just be cool, stay relaxed, and bye for now.